our first worksheet, we're just going to go through 3 different concepts, and then I want you guys to practice with the rest of the worksheet. Again, these are not turned in, they're just for your own understanding and practice of previous material not covered potentially in this course in 124. So the first thing we're going to talk about are the order of operations. Hopefully, most of you are familiar with PEMDAS, which is our order of doing operations. So we have parentheses, exponent, multiplication and division, and addition and subtraction. And these ones are often grouped together, multiplication and division, and addition and subtraction, because they really can be done in any order. So when you're given a bunch of items in a row, you should typically do those items in order when it comes to just addition and subtraction or just multiplication and division. I'll give you an example of that here too. But first off, to do the examples that are here, if we have -3 squared, notice how the square is on the outside of the parentheses. Well, I could really rewrite this as -3 times -3 plus 4, right? And -3 times -3 is just 9. When we add 4, we then get 13. Because a negative times a negative becomes a positive, right? Okay, well, that's different from what we have over here on the right-hand side. Because on the right-hand side, we have -3 times 3, if I were to expand that exponent, plus 4. So the negative is not squared like it was last time, which means it hangs out in front. And I get -9 plus 4, which gives us -5. Now, that whole thing I was saying about if you're reading something as a single line, I want to give you a quick example of that. Well, if I have something like 18 minus 4 minus 1, I want to do these in order. So I want to do 18 minus 4 first, which is 14, and carry the -1, and then subtract off the last one and get 13. So whenever it's multiple subtraction or addition, you want to do those in order. All right? Okay. Now, talking about example 2, solving for a variable. We're going to set x equal to 0, and we're going to solve for y. So to do that, we're going to look at 2 times 0 plus 3y equals 18. Okay? 2 times 0 actually goes away. So we have 3y equals 18. And we're going to divide both sides by 3 to get then y equals 6. You see, every time that we're trying to solve for a particular variable, like in this case y, we actually want to undo whatever operations were there. So in here we did 3 times y. So to get the y alone, we divided by 3. Hopefully that's just a refresher for you. Totally understand if it's not. Please reach out if you have any questions. Now lastly, we're going to try to graph these a line. And it's a straight line. We know x plus y equals 4 is a straight line because there's no exponents on the x or the y. So we know it's not going to have any curve to it. It's just going to be a straight through line. Whenever we're trying to graph a straight line, you only need 2 points to actually graph it. So if I can think of 2 numbers that add to 4, some xy pair that adds to 4, let's say 2 for my x and my y, since that means 2 plus 2 equals 4. That's a great choice, right, for my x and my y. I could have also chosen 0, 4, right, because 0 plus 4 equals 4. I could have chosen 4, 0, right, because 4 plus 0 equals 4. Really, any xy's, any 2 numbers you can think of that add to 4. And those are a couple of points that we grab and then we throw on a graph. So if I'm going to plot 2, 2, it goes up here. And if I plot 0, 4, 0, 4 would be up here. And so to graph my straight line, I draw straight through like that. We're going to pretend that's a perfectly straight line, that it's not messed up at all, okay? But yeah, that's the idea. Let me know if you have any questions.